Hello and welcome to another episode of Kia Electric News. In case you missed them this week, I did two episodes. The first one was an update to my 2023 Gone in 60 Seconds video where I discuss a lot of information I found out since and how to protect your Hyundai, Kia and Genesis cars in the light of this. Friday's episode was a tips video on the new Kia app. The bulk of the new stuff in here was about using and customizing the Apple and Android widgets, as well as some other tips. There will be a part 2 to this next week because more questions get asked. In the comments to this week's Gone in 10 Seconds video, YouTube user Mr. Needs has sent me a link to an Hyundai UK website where you can purchase an optional £49 upgrade to fix the keyless entry system, which I didn't know about, so that your car is no longer vulnerable to the keyless entry attack. The page says this: all vehicles produced by Hyundai are developed and certified in accordance with and all applicable security and regulatory standards in place at the time of production and sale, including the applied security systems installed. Recently, evolving security threats, including the use of unauthorized electronic devices to bypass vehicle locking systems, have become more prevalent in the UK. This is an industry-wide issue, and Hyundai is providing appropriate responses in line with industry practices, apart from doing a recall and making you pay for it. As part of the company's commitment to supporting our customers, we are able to offer a subsidised software and hardware upgrade for a customer contribution of £49. There is also a link to book the upgrade and check your VIN to see if the update is appropriate for your vehicle. So Hyundai UK has actually done something about the problem, which I didn't know about, but I'm trying to find out that Kia are also doing the same service. I will let you know in future episodes. This week, Kia Korea released 8 in-depth videos on the Korean version of the Kia EV4 Fastback or sedan or saloon or whatever the hell you want to call it. The videos have been auto-translated by YouTube into English or your preferred language, so there are some mistakes and glitches sometimes which are quite funny unintentionally. Part 1 was about the powertrain, Part 2 was about advanced driving assistance or ADAS, Part 3 was about safety, Part 4 was about the exterior, Part 5 was all about the interior, Part 6 was about the seats, Part 7 was about convenience, and Part 8 was about infotainment. From watching these videos, I noticed that the Kia EV4 Fastback appears to have a wheel well in the boot just like the EV3 that is missing in the EV4 hatchback. From the seat video, they demonstrate how you can pull the headrest forward and up for an extra adjustment. I think this works on cars all the way back to the original EV6, but I never had the chance to try it or never actually knew how it properly worked. When I tried it on my EV3, it would not stick in any position, but I worked out that there is a ratchet mechanism that has a few clicks of adjustment, and pulling it all the way to the top resets the adjustment. I did a little video in my EV3 to show you how it works.
Well, as you saw in that Korean EV4 Fastback video, or saloon or sedan or whatever it's called, they showed how you can pull the headrest forward like that with both hands, and it's on a ratchet mechanism, but you pull it too far, it just bounces straight back. So it's actually easier to see how to adjust it if I go around the back seat. I'm going to push it with one hand, push it all the way, you hear all the clicks on the ratchet mechanism go, and if you let go it bounces straight back down. So that's how you release it, but there are actually a free ratchet setting. So 1, 2, 3, and because it's on a bent kind of spline thing, it's actually moving the headrest closer to your head, so you can see the bend there, and as I say, let it back down like that, and then from the side again, 1, 2, 3, release. And only the front ones seem to do this, so I've tried the back and I don't think it does it.
I also noticed changes to the central car image in the driver's cluster. It now has a headlight image added when they are switched on, or have I got that wrong? I don't think the EV6 has got this. I also spotted in the features video a new feature like safe exit warning, but actually this is a safe exit and locked doors in case you've got kids who are exiting via the rear doors and there's traffic coming. So that's a new safety feature, but I don't know if any of these will come to the EU. There's also the 3D camera feature straight to your smartphone app, to the Kia app, which I think I've covered before, but this shows a few more images from it. The EU head units are capable of this, and I'm hopeful that it will still come. And also there's walkaway lock, which we've seen before on Kias, but it never seems to make it to the EU or the rest of the world, which is absolutely daft. The infotainment video, which is part 8, shows some details of the built-in camera recording function, which is only available on Korean models as usual. I always say that it does look like a great feature. I just wish we had it over here as an option. You know, it looks so useful. Korean Car Blog reports that the Kia EV5 GT has been confirmed for the first quarter of 2026 launch. According to KCB, the biggest draw of the Kia EV5 GT will be its dual motor powertrain. Performance is expected to mirror the impressive specifications of the EV6 GT. This includes peak power, a combined output from front and rear motors of approximately 448 kilowatts or about 609 horsepower. Acceleration of blistering 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, time of just 3.5 seconds. And all of the other EV6 GT goodies we've come to expect. I personally don't think it will be as powerful as an EV6 GT because the EV9 GT is not as powerful as an EV6 GT. So I'm expecting the power to be similar to an EV9 GT with lower horsepower. But we will see. This week, Electric reports that it has more clues that Hyundai Elexio is coming outside China. Hyundai's new Elexio electric SUV, which is built in China, could be sold in overseas markets. The CEO of Hyundai Australia calls it a promising vehicle that could help the company regain market share from Tesla and BYD and others. The Elexio SUV is the first dedicated electric vehicle from Hyundai's joint venture with BAIC in China and Beijing Hyundai. After unveiling it for the first time in May, Hyundai is preparing to launch the new Elexio in China in the next few weeks. According to a new report, Hyundai's new electric SUV could be sold in overseas markets, including Australia. Don Romano, the new CEO of Hyundai Australia, said in this EV Central article, it's under evaluation right now. It's definitely a promising vehicle. Romano said, I still have work to do to ensure that it's the right vehicle in the right segment at the right price for our market. And I have not reached that level yet. I have to make a decision in the next 60 to 90 days. And so if you check with me in 3 months, I'll give you a definite answer. Romano is also keen to get to grips with the Ioniq 2 EV that will launch at the Munich IAA show in September. It will sit in the global Hyundai lineup between the Insta and the Kona Electric. Last week, someone with the YouTube handle called Paul Is Here Brewing asked me if I'd ever seen a TSB relating to overheating charging sockets and melted charging cable pins on a Zappi and Kia and Hyundai EVs. Well, not in the UK, I had not. Well, it used to be a problem on US EV6s and they released some updates for it. Then I found this note on the Myeneegi website pointing towards 2 US TSBs. The article dates back a few years and I think new cars would already have this fix installed at manufacturer. Some of these updates may also have been done at dealers without us knowing what it was for. I never personally had a problem with burned charging cable pins on my Zappi and EV6, so I just don't think it was a thing in the UK. I'll still put a link to this Zappi support note in the video description just in case someone has a car and doesn't have the update. Korean Car Blog has this week shown a first look inside Genesis GV60 Magma pre-production model. This highly anticipated Genesis GV60 Magma electric sports car is nearly ready for its big reveal, and the latest spy shots give us the first look inside the pre-production model thanks to our colleagues at Short's Car, who captured it inside a parking lot in South Korea. The interior shows new bucket seats with orange stitching combined with orange seat belts. Outside, a new rear spoiler which hints at the aerodynamic enhancements Genesis is making to distinguish the Magma from the standard GV60, together with a new aero pack and lightweight wheels, completes the design. Other features of the car are expected to be very similar to the new Ioniq 6N. KCB also reports that the forthcoming Genesis GV90 has a coach door mystery. KCB says a recent sighting of the GV90 prototype in Germany has revealed a surprising detail. A warning message written in both Korean and English on the inside of the rear door, asking observers please do not open the door. This curious advisory raises a compelling question: is Genesis still grappling with issues related to the complex coach door system? Spotted by the eagle-eyed team at SH Pro Shots, the prototype is seen with minimal camouflage, providing the clearest look yet at GV90's signature coach doors. However, the handwritten style message on the rear door immediately caught attention, especially given the model's past delays allegedly linked to door mechanism concerns. Coach doors, rear hinge doors famously used by Rolls-Royce, require sophisticated engineering due to their weight, hinge complexity and stringent safety requirements. KCB has also shown a Genesis GV90 coach doors revealed in new spy shots in a further article. The images were once again captured by SH Pro Shots. The images show even less cladding, so you can get a better look at the coach door mechanism. This week Kia America released a fresh TSB for the Kia EV9, details as follows. This bulletin provides information to replace the console armrest, lower cover and bumpers, I think the bumpers are little rubber bumper things, on some 2024 to 2025 model year EV9s MV1 vehicles produced from July 27, 23 through to April 26, 24. The affected vehicles may exhibit console armrest wobbling and or rattling when closed. One or both bumpers can be missing, broken and or shifted out of place, creating a gap between the console armrest and the console assembly, which causes the console armrest to wobble and or rattle while closed. To rectify the concern, follow the procedure outlined in this publication to replace the console armrest lower cover and bumpers on the applicable vehicle. Thanks to Alan SH on Kia EV forums for providing this information. No news on whether or not this is a worldwide TSB. This week new maps and infotainment updates have been released for Hyundai, Kia and Genesis in the Middle East region. As far as I know, these are available to download only. No changes or enhancements are listed in the release notes apart from updated maps. And finally, as I mentioned way back in September 2024, Hyundai Motor Group and General Motors have finally signed a full cooperation deal. The two companies will co-develop 4 vehicles for the Central and South American market, including a compact SUV, car and pickup, as well as a mid-size pickup, all with the flexibility to use either internal combustions or hybrid propulsion systems. Hyundai and GM also will co-develop an electric commercial van for North America. The two companies will share common platforms and develop unique interiors and exteriors consistent with their respective brands. Design and engineering work is underway on the new vehicles for the Central and South American markets, which will launch in 2028. The electric commercial van will be manufactured in the US as early as 2028. The two companies also plan joint sourcing initiatives in North and South America for materials, transport and logistics. Further areas for potential joint operations include raw materials, components and complex systems. No news on any other EVs at the moment though. Hyundai Motor and GM also agreed to explore collaboration on low carbon emission steel as part of their commitment to sustainable manufacturing. Anyway, that's all for this week. Thanks for all the comments, likes and welcome new subscribers. Links to all of the source articles and videos can be found in the show notes in the video description. Welcome to new channel member Alan Johnson. A massive thank you to all my channel members for your invaluable financial support. If you become a channel member for just a few pounds a month or euros or whatever currency, you will get early ad-free access to all of my videos and some video exclusives. If you watch my videos regularly, please consider hitting the subscribe button to never miss an episode. If you're in the UK, please feel free to use my Octopus Energy referral code, which is on screen now, and we can share £100, that's £50 each. Thank you for watching.